Hey everybody, welcome to One Military Camp, a new game from Avialite Barcelona that is out right now in early access for $24.99 USD. Thanks to them and Vicarious for giving me a code. So check this one out. I like what I'm seeing here as an early access title, as I said. So, not all complete, but it's got its full campaign in, which is over 100 missions. So it's got plenty of content, about 20 hours going to the scene page. So, and they're just going to kind of be polishing it out for the next few months. So yeah, it's out now, $24.99 USD, and let us get into checking this one out. Sandbox mode will be in the full game, by the way. Campaign! We're just going to name it that. So it's definitely quite the interesting title. I'm really excited to check this one out, quite honestly. So, I might do one video or I might do 2, 3, or 4. That's typically how it works with these indie showcases, where I typically do one video, or I end up doing 3 or 4 because I like it so much. So, yeah. Ducky. Aw, poor Ducky. No, poor Ducky. Same, girl, same. Hey. Honk, honk. Stop right there. Hands up and turn around very slowly. Oh, so you are the replacement they sent from the Officer Academy. Looking like that? I'll have to make do. If High Command considers you worthy, then so do I. There's no other option. I hope you're ready to work. I'm Sergeant John Hawkins. My friends call me Sergeant Hawkins. My mom calls me Sergeant Hawkins. And from now on, I'm Sergeant Hawkins to you. I'm responsible for this facility, the One Military Camp. And my mission is to stop that damn dragon. That criminal. He has ruled over the other territories with an iron fist for over a year now. We are all that stands in the way of his evil plans of conquest. My best soldiers and all my worst ones are being held captive in his territory. And we weren't able to react in time. If only we had General Diana Birdwhistle with us, things would have turned out differently. But you were here to change that. Keep your ears open, look forward, chest out. This camp is all we have left. It may look dilapidated now, but that's because you haven't started working yet. Our chance to stop Dragan is in every rusty piece of iron and every blade of grass and every wooden log. We must need to do some fine-tuning. Follow me inside and I'll bring you up to date. We'll talk about your haircut later. Hey. March. What's wrong with my haircut? I'm going to be honest with you. This camp is a complete disaster. Nothing works, nothing is repaired, and more than anything, we need people. We had to completely abandon it, but then we just had to take it back when DeGran sees our other position. That's why we've gone unnoticed all this time. Go, feel free to explore the camp, but don't hurt yourself. Once you're familiar with the basic controls, like the barracks. Yeah, we'll play it. If you have any doubts with it, blah, blah, blah. Alright. Barracks. The barracks is where our troops have a chance to rest. It's not all about work. You have to keep your mind and body healthy. Each barracks can hold up to 7 cadets. Keep that in mind when things get crowded. As you can see, our new barracks has no power. Like I said, we're running on fumes. Without light, our men and women will find out what the darkest hour really is like. We need to fix that. Build an electric generator to supply power to this whole area.
Yep.
A well-lit barracks, just the way I like it. Now the newbies will have a place to take a breather after training. Great, now we have a place to sleep as well. Now let's talk about the chow. Find the canteen and click on it. I wonder if that's the canteen. Huh. Ah, army chow, you never forget that taste. Back in my day, they even used to toss in an old tire or two. This is gourmet food by comparison. Let's use this old canteen, but to do that, we should connect it to the rest of the camp. Build a road to the canteen. It's an expensive dang road, man.
Well done.
Good job. This road will help our troops reach the canteen easily. Now we have to connect it to the power grid. Build some electric poles to power the canteen. So there's the road. So we're going to put it right here. There we go. Let there be light. Ha ha ha. It's starting to work. Good. Now we have to hire a new cook. Preferably someone who doesn't add chunks of tires to the soup. Some buildings like the canteen require us to hire some people. And by that I mean qualified personnel. Workers can sleep in the barracks with the troops, but their morale will be higher if you build them a private house. If we want them to do their jobs well, we have to make sure that they have the best accommodation. Luckily, I had a private house built for our first cook, but if you want to bring in more employees, you'll have to build more. Remember that. I have to put some advertisements up to bring in new candidates. The first one should be here any minute now. Let's see if anyone came in who can help us. Look at this guy, Handel Poposki. As you can see, every candidate has their own specific skills. The skills we want depend on the job. On one hand, they have skills, which are their basic abilities. On the other hand, they have traits, which show us their special talent. Pay close attention and hire only the best. Looks like this Poposki guy isn't a bad cook. He says he makes an incredible cabbage soup. My favorite. There's no room for incompetence at this camp, so be careful about who you hire if you don't want any unpleasant surprises. Select Handel Poposki and hire him as a cook. This is impressive. Everything's polished, everything works. I'm very impressed. That's the spirit. Now that Mr. Poposki has joined us, our troops will eat like kings. I'm dying to taste the soup, but it's still early. First, we have to get the canteen ready. This building's been abandoned for a long time and is in terrible condition. Look at those floors. It's disgusting.
Hey!
We need to hire a maintenance worker to straighten out this mess. Maintenance workers make sure that our buildings are always in good condition. If we don't look after them, our troops won't be able to train. This is crucial work. On top of that, they are also in charge of managing our camp warehouses and supplies. They're our go-to guys for everything. How about hiring a maintenance worker? Once we have one, select the canteen, info menu, and request it to be clean. Back in my day, we just used a toothbrush.
Hey!
Make sure they get it sparkling clean. I want to see my reflection in those floors. So Robert Clark wants to be a maintenance worker.
Hey!
What are you doing? That's not the specialization I asked for. Here, let me show you how this works. Once you successfully complete a mission, you can hire whoever you want. Fine, snappy pants. Robert Clark. That's what she wanted, you dumbass.
All right. You.
Get to work. I want to see this camp squeaky clean. Well, moving on. Camp maintenance is in good hands. Now all we're missing is the supplies. We can't run our canteen if we don't have any food, can we?
Hey.
We have to take care of this. Supplies are essential for keeping the machinery running. We have to be careful and make sure that we always have a constant flow of resources. Our main supply are food, fuel, medicine, and ammo. The downside is that they're hard for us to find. To get them, we'll have to talk to the suppliers. Let's go to the map and I'll explain it to you. This is the country map. As you can see, Dragan is taking control of almost every region. That recalcitrant fool, damn him. To bring up your map, either press the country map icon at the bottom left of your screen, or zoom out in camp view until the map appears. If you want to return to camp, press the country map icon again, or zoom in on your map. Easy, isn't it? Look closely. See those little buildings? Some of them are resource suppliers. The problem is that most of them are in areas controlled by Dragan. As we complete missions, we'll unlock new territories and gain access to those suppliers. Some have more competitive prices or greater production capacity. Keep an eye out for good deals so we can save some money. Anyways, let's go back to the camp. We need to talk about how to manage our supplies. We need warehouses to manage our supplies. Warehouses allow us to store these precious resources. They come in various sizes depending on what they hold.
You.
Don't mix food with fuel or we might have an unexpected accident. You also have to place them close to the buildings that need them, because our maintenance personnel will have to go back and forth pushing a wheelbarrow. If you put a warehouse too far away, they'll have to run a marathon just to get there. Build our first food warehouse near the canteen. There's noise pollution, so gotta work that out. Alright then. That was weird. That's right, a brand new warehouse. Our maintenance staff will be in charge of distributing the supply. In the meantime, let's contact our first supplier. If you look at the warehouse info panel, you can bring up the supplier list. We only have one right now, but more will appear as we gain new territories. Check your map from time to time to compare the suppliers and unlock territories. You can also contact them from your map if that's easier. Mark my words, managing your supplies as well is one of the keys to success. But enough chit-chat. Our warehouse won't be worth a thing if you don't put some in it. Request our first food order. Well, you're the one who's making me read you all this crap.
Yep.
Well done, our first food reserve is here. But beware, nothing lasts forever. Our buildings will let you know when they're low on supplies so you can order another shipment. You can order more warehouse supplies from the info panel for each warehouse or from the supplier on the country map. It's up to you, but make sure we never run out of supplies. Now that you know how it's done, how about putting a fuel warehouse, a supplier, or electric generator? Remember that the more warehouses we have, the more maintenance workers we'll need. You may need to hire someone else. Let's get to work. Demolishing doesn't work in this mission, alright? So I made a couple mistakes, so they're just going to stay mistakes.
You.
I did that! Fine.
Woo!
This is starting to look like a real camp. We have supplies and a place to eat and sleep. It's time to get to work. Let's start with the training building. Our troops have to get through some tough training before they can pick a specialization. There are many different specializations, from pilot to comms operator or even spy. Each specialization requires a different set of skills. That's why the first skill training is the most important. As new recruits come in, we'll need to think very carefully about the training we give them and which specialization we need most. For now, let's focus on 2 kinds of training. Build strength training and intelligence training building. Oh, one more thing. Choose where you build them wisely. Training buildings make a distinct sound like an enemy's weapon. It's best to keep barracks away from entertainment areas so that our troops can get some sleep at night. If you need clear ground, remember that you have a demolition tool. Well, finally. Alright, let's get to work. There we go. Now that's a bit more. We're gonna demolish that. I'm gonna do a little bit of work around here. Let's get a private house, and we're gonna put it right there. Then we're gonna put a road right here. Now we're all connected up again. So we need training buildings. We're gonna put them back here. Right, there we go. No power. Alright. I wanted to have that around there, so let's get some electric lines. There we go. Now let's build a fully functional strength training building right next door. Let's road it up. Like that. Then we'll get another set of power lines. So we're going to do that. There we go. Outstanding. Our camp is now operational. And I see some new faces there. It seems my advertising campaign was effective after all. Let's take a closer look. Make sure you check everybody's skills and traits. If they have their own skills or traits, they won't be effective on missions, and that's something we can't afford. Let's start with that one there. For our training program, we need someone with an athletic build, someone who's used to physical activity. I don't think that's the case here. This recruit isn't in great shape. I don't see much potential. Maybe we should look at some of the other recruits and figure out what to do with each one. Let's see about this recruit. Good, much better. That's the one. This recruit is in really good shape, and I think they have a lot of potential. The decision is yours, but we need to recruit just someone as soon as possible. Pick one of them and we'll start training.
All right.
Hey!
Soldier, get to work. Sorry, I get excited every time a new cadet steps into the training field. I love the smell of sweat in the morning. Reminds me of my early days, except it was a lot tougher back then. Sergeant Campbell, he was one tough guy. Anyway, where was I? Yes, skills training. You see, when a recruit comes into camp as a private, they'll go into whatever training they want unless you tell them otherwise. These young people today have no respect for anything. They think they can do whatever they want. If my buddy Sergeant Campbell could see them, it would drive him nuts. Like I said, they're hard-headed. The only solution is for you to tell them where you want them to train. Our new recruit is on their way to the strength training building, but we're going to change their plan. Click on the soldier and in the service section, assignment and intelligence training. When the time comes, it'll come in handy. We're able to specialize troops into comms operator. Remember what I told you, skills training is the key when deciding what specializations our cadets should have. Finally, if you want your troops to train faster, you can speed things up in the menu on the bottom right of your screen. There's a lot of work ahead, get to it. I'm starting to read through this faster because these are long.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yep.
You've done very well. Training is going smoothly, and I think we're ready to bring in more recruits. Let's see if we can get a few artillery specialists and comms operator. But they'll first need to complete their training as private. Let's focus on training more troops. I'll show you how specialization works later. I'll leave it in your hands. Don't let me down.
Yes, sir.
Hire some privates while the night falls.